Hello, ninth grade. How are we today? How you guys feeling on this bright, early morning? What? Late start. I hope you enjoy your late start day, and I hope you revel in the thought that I still had to get up early, go at 8 o'clock through the horrid snow to get training, to become even more awesome than I already are. Anyhow, today's thing that we are going to be doing today, we're going to be doing a little bit of finding asymptotes. Alright, we are going to find them, we're going to identify them, and we're going to use them. So, first off, let's take an example. So suppose I am given this lovely equation like f of x is equal to 7 to the x plus 15. Alright, I'm going to start us off by having this lovely little game called what is the asymptote? Alright, what is it? Look at it. Who knows? Some of you may already know it, some of you may not. For this particular one, we always start out asymptotes with a y equals, and then it's always just some kind of number. Other than that, we don't know what it is. So there's our first one. Okay. Let's try a second round here. Suppose I get let's say 3 to the x plus let's make it 7. 3 to the x plus 7. Okay. What some of you give it a thought here. What's our asymptote in this case? Alright. Remember, it always starts out with a y equals. And in this case, it happens to be y equals 7. Okay. I think some of you may be catching the pattern. Hope you're catching the pattern. Let's try one more. Suppose I have a 2 to the x. And this time I say it's minus 10. Okay. Think about it. This one's a little trickier, so there may be some of you going, wait, what happens now? Remember, we always start out with y equals. And in this particular case, happens to be negative 10. Alright. I'm willing to bet most of you already have it now. Let's take one more round. Let's say I had a 4 to the x. I'm going to say minus 17. Alright. This should also all be f of x equals. That's okay. Supposing I have just some new function, f of x equals 4 to the x minus 17. Okay, what do you think it is in this case? What is our asymptote? This particular asymptote is going to be y is equal to negative 17. Alright, now hopefully everybody kind of figured it out. They're like, okay, yeah, Mr. Mortensen, we figured it out. It's nice, it's easy. All we're doing is we're taking that piece right off of there. Alright? And the reason this thing is going to be important is when you start graphing, you'll have your lovely grids that you get to work with. One thing you should be able to figure is you're going to have some line. Remember, y equals negative 17. That means we go down, all the way down, 17 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We go down, all the way down, 17 marks down. And then, just going to put in our asymptote, which we make as that type of dotted line. And for our exponential functions, remember they have that kind of a whoosh type shape. And then from there, we can start to kind of figure out a little bit of how it's going to take shape. Let's see. For the most part, it's generally going to go from about a mark up, kind of like that. And it's just going to take off really fast, like probably faster than how I even did that. It gives us an idea of how we're going to roughly put it together. Alright? So there's our first bit of just kind of estimating how are we going to put our graphs together. And so, say for example, I get a graph challenge where it says, graph the following. Graph for me f of x is equal to 3 to the x plus 5. Okay? Now, one key skill that I feel is often way overlooked is just being able to estimate. And being able to first off just determine, okay, where's my asymptote going to be? I look here, I say, okay, my asymptote on this one is just going to be y equals 5. Okay? Once I do that, I can then say, alright, make a nice graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 is a nice positive base, and since this is a positive exponential form, what it means I should probably see here is goes closer and closer to the line here, goes up about 1, and then shoots off. So that's what it should look like. And then all of a sudden I can start to try graphing, and I already have an idea of what it should look like. So that's why I wanted us to first estimate what is the asymptote, figure that out, or, well, not estimate what it is, but actually know what is the asymptote in this case, and then we can start to estimate what is our graph going to look like. It's a handy skill to have, and I think it's going to start us off pretty nicely for today. So I'm going to have you guys practice out, find a couple of asymptotes for me, and then after that we'll do a little bit of a graphing activity. Alright, hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you as soon as I see you.